Hello viewers, well I thought I'd do you guys a little news update for 2012 and some of the stuff we can look forward to. I'll be looking on this very short show a little bit at some of the recent news and stuff like that, a bit of Auto Club Revolution. But one thing that was interesting today was I was sent the current issue of MCV, which is the UK trade paper. And it showed me a couple of surprises, a couple of headline surprises in here that we have. They're saying obviously that the next box, the new Xbox, will be shown at E3 this year, that the PlayStation 4 will be shown this year, potentially Half-Life 3 for gamers, but for racing fans, Project Gotham Racing will make a return potentially this summer. That will be interesting. The game's original developer, Bizarre Creations, is no longer with us, but Microsoft's hit Street Racer is on a course to make a comeback regardless. So that sounds pretty solid to me that somebody at the paper's seen something. Here's another interesting story as well. It says Grid 2. Dirt is not the only one of Codemasters' racing franchises in the works. It's not certain the sequel to the BAFTA-winning game will reach the checkered flag this year, but expect it to be shown. So interesting. E3 could potentially show two major racing game fans, racing games for fans. Grid 2, obviously that will be multi-format if it happens. Project Gotham Racing, Xbox 360 only, but it will certainly push it all the way. And who knows, perhaps Project Gotham could actually be another launch title for the new next box, as Project Gotham 3 was for the Xbox 360. So interesting little bit of news there of upcoming titles. But for now though, let's check out my first little look at Auto Club Revolution. Okay viewers, so first look then, Auto Club Revolution. So turn the game on. This is, I'll just point out first, this is actually a preview to coverage. This isn't actually the preview. That's going to take a few more days. I'd like to test out different cars, different circuits, understand the structure of the game, test it out online. Obviously it's beta stage. And of course it's worth pointing out that this is very early. The game is the best part of a year away at the moment, so it's not really a build you can take any kind of opinions on. But I thought what I would do is have a brief drive, show you guys some of that today. And here we are on the first car you get in the game on the LA River course, which is a nice sort of basic couple of stretches, high speed. It's really just a car tester, if I'm honest, but it does give you a great feeling of movement, through these many bridges. Very Terminator 2-esque, or is it Grease? I don't know. It's one or the other, depending on the car you're driving. The car I'm driving here is the car you start the game with. I'm just showing some different sections, and you can see here terrible understeer in the car. It just won't turn in. You can see that I've actually had to really slow the car down, get the back end out to try and steer it into the corner. You need to be very slow on entry to corners and then progressively accelerate with it. The car has a very thin line of grip to the point where it just doesn't grip anymore and it just won't make the corner, which is incredibly frustrating. So certainly this is an early car in the game, and it wasn't really one where I could necessarily gain anything from the handling. Finding the limit on this particular car I actually found quite challenging. You can see the bumper cam view here, a little bit low for my liking. I'd like it to be a little bit higher. So say, when you compare a great bumper cam, you look at the old Ridge Racer and stuff like that, perfect height for the bumper cam. But it really does give you a great feeling of speed, and this is a slow car, so I can't wait to try it in some of the faster cars. So that was just a muck about on that particular course, just getting a feel for it again here, getting a feel for Spa, Belgium. Tackling some of the different corners and complexities and gradients of this course. It's a great course for testing a car on and building consistency. As I say, this is a time trial mode, so that's why there's no other cars on the track. This is just me turning the game on, going for a drive and recording this for you guys, and then I'll go back next week and I'll be doing lots of laps, lots of cars, and really trying to find out more about the game, and I'll be interviewing the developers as well in the weeks to come. So lots to look forward to on Auto Club Revolution coverage. Very slow around some of these corners. You need to be, as I say already, you need to be braking earlier than you expect here. I mean, this is a corner here. I just didn't know how much speed I could carry in. I could have carried a little bit more, but the line's actually really slim on this car. So it's going to take a little bit of practice. So I'm more of a racer. I'd like to get hold of a proper racing car, slick tyres, and get out there and put in some good laps. This section of the course is slightly wider than other interpretations of Belgium, or at least it appears so to me at this stage. This section here seems quite wide, but Certainly I'm not necessarily needing to use all the road, but then again I don't really have the full feel for the car, so that will take some time. But that was just a very brief look at Auto Club Revolution, and we got loads more coverage to come on this in the coming days. So Auto Club Revolution's looking good. It's still got a long way to go at the moment. Something I think has a lot of potential, but it's like Project Cars. You know, these games are so early in development, it's impossible to gauge an opinion on what they're going to be like at the moment. So I have to say, I've had a lot of fun on both of them, and we'll be covering these titles more in the future as well. Of course, another big one people have been looking forward to is rfactor 2. And there's a beta out there and stuff like that. Hopefully, eventually I can cover that once I get my gaming PC working. But in the short term, they released a video last year of a classic Monaco race, if you like. Let's take a quick look at that. So, Monaco, fantastic F1 circuit, legendary circuit. Racing around here then, classic cars. Such a challenging course. I mean, now and even then, look at this. Look at the on the inside there. You've got the pavement. You've got to always be looking out for those. They would break suspension straight away. I remember seeing Sir Jackie Stewart taking a tour of the circuit and talking about the curbs and how careful you had to be, and the concentration and the lack of grip. Some of the cars would actually get air on a couple of these corners as well. You know, when they were going flat out. I think at this stage they had actually just introduced seat belts, so it was a risky business. No barriers along the course. So rfactor 2, a lot of people looking forward to this. The beta's not out yet. Looking forward to it. Was hoping to be out any day, but we'll keep you guys posted. No doubt I'll do a few laps as well. This is a nice rendition of the Monaco course, lovely and detailed. Certainly a challenging course to drive around, but as a driver you like that challenge. You know, you like the technicalities that it offers. Every corner offers something. Through the tunnel, of course the building tunnel we know and love today isn't there at the moment. Through the chicane that doesn't exist, so it's just a high-speed direction change. Wow, look at that. So risky. Get that wrong and it's going to hurt, no doubt. These cars didn't have crumple zones on them. The driver took the impact, and the same with that bumpy section there. That's all been ironed out. So it's great to see it developing. This video was released late last year, and we're looking forward to new videos being released, and hopefully we'll be covering more of those in the weeks and months to come. But just a quick look, rfactor 2 on Monaco, and as ever, more coverage to come soon. So rfactor 2, another major game added into the mix there. Auto Club Revolution, rfactor 2, Project Cars. There's going to be loads to go around later this year. It's going to be quite a competitive year, and the battleground's going to clearly be on several areas. You know, we've got the graphics, which is one thing, but then there's also physics and also other areas of handling, and of course not forgetting iRacing as well. So it's going to be about who has the best package and who can keep everybody entertained and what package works the best and everything else. I think it's going to create 4 very defined communities, but obviously there's going to be those of us who mix about with the play on everything. Another couple of things of interest this week. Obviously, I was reading the Virtual R review of the Club Sport pedals, very detailed. If you haven't seen it, do check it out. There's a link below this video, and also there's a link to the recent Inside Sim Racing interview with Brian Herkotter. Very interesting, very insightful. Really enjoyed it. Check it out for yourselves. It goes through his whole sort of passion of racing himself and the opportunity that the GT Academy has placed upon him. I'd love to cover more GT Academy stuff myself as well. As many of you are aware, we're not currently able to show anything of Gran Turismo on the channel, and hopefully one day we will be able to. But in the meantime, it was good sort of listening to that interview and stuff like that. And yes, it's always the fantastic dream. So next up is a trailer from Slightly Mad Studios. Let's check that out. skid racer. I don't know why. I just keep hearing the name Skidmark in my mind. It's a funny name for a game, browser-based racing game. Isn't it amazing how good they look now? I mean, I was looking at F1 Online recently and thinking, it just looks fantastic how these games are moving forward all the time. F1 Online as well is going to be coming very soon. We don't have any footage to show you or any hands-on, so hopefully once we do get a opportunity to try that out, I can give you guys some feedback on that. I've also asked for hands-on the F1 2011 on Vita, but again we've not been allowed that yet. But as soon as we do, I'll share that with you guys. And I'll be keeping an eye on, of course, Dirt Showdown in the coming weeks, besides other stuff. So potentially this summer we have quite a few games. E3 could yield a couple of surprises. The games that we all know are in development, and there's others as well. There's the kart sim, which you guys might not have seen. Looks absolutely fantastic there. And a bunch of other sort of PC titles and mods and everything else. So hopefully as the year goes on, we'll get hold of more and more of this stuff. And besides a review of the new Fanatic Elite wheel as well, eventually when we get one, that'll be fantastic. But from me for now, that's it, and I'll be back with more news as ever very soon.